Konnichiwa. Today's daily devotional is for January the 8th, 2020, and it's called Hello, I'm Miss Healed, and I no longer have patience for sick patients, and neither should you. Okay, and here's my name tag. Hello, I'm healed. Okay, Matthew 12:43. When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest, and findeth none. All right, I'm going to keep this short and sweet as possible, okay? But I'm 5'9" and I always wear 4-inch heels, so I don't know anything about keeping it short. Okay, anywho. Okay, so when I was 17 years old, the devil went down to Georgia and he was looking for a soul to steal, okay? Stole that from the Charlie Daniels band. Okay, so that's where I was living at the time, and it was befitting for what I'm getting ready to talk about. So I couldn't help it. I had to use it. Okay. All right. So anywho, I met my first love, whom I was head over heels in love with. Okay, because he was so cute and he was so funny, and I was so easy back then, like just a airhead blonde. Okay. So that's all it took, but he was messing with another girl at the same time from his hometown of New York City, and he got her pregnant. So he did the Christian thing and he married her and broke my heart, okay? But I was baptized at 13, so, you know, I understood, but at the same time, I was very resilient and I moved on. I bounced back really quickly. What can I say? One monkey does not stop no show. Okay, not with me, and you shouldn't let it stop your show either. Okay, all right. So as I was saying, I moved on. Okay, and a year later, I met my next boyfriend, who turned out to be my husband 8 months later. Okay, roughly around 8 months later. Okay, and then about 10 years later, my marriage was in shambles. So the first love, he found my sister, thumbing through the yellow pages like you had to do back in the day, and because he couldn't find me because I was overseas. And so anywho, it just so happens my marriage, like I said, was in shambles, and my sister took his number and she called me and said, you'll never guess who called. And, you know, she knew I was getting ready to leave and move to New York City. And she took his number and gave it to me. I call him and he says, oh, I just got a divorce too. And, you know, we should give this old thing a reboot. And silly me thought it was so cute. So, that right there, that put it into the rumor that I left him for my husband, okay? But let me tell you how weak my mind was, all right? Because the devil, he preys on you when you're vulnerable and when you're weak. So that's when he stepped in immediately and took over, okay? All right, so Matthew 12:44-45. Then he saith, I will return into my house from whence I came out. And when he is come, he findeth it empty, swept, and garnished. Then goeth he, and taketh with himself 7 other spirits, more wicked than himself. And they enter in and dwell there. And the last state of that man is worse than the first. Even so shall it be also unto this wicked generation. Okay, so here I am, 2 kids in tow, and a lot of money to blow, all right? We move in together with his 2 kids, because he's a single parent, and we're going to be the big, happy, blended family. Oh, heavens to Betsy. Okay. Well, within 4 years, okay, honey, all that money was down the drain, and wasn't a darn thing funny, okay? Because he was sick from a drug addiction, which he somehow forgot to mention. But had I been paying attention, that love affair would have never had an extension, okay? So I was to blame too, all right? I stayed for 4 years and tried to fix him, you know, but I ended up losing everything except for my mind, okay? So everything that I had rebuilt as a newly single mom, newly divorced, he was robbing me blind. And like I said, I nearly lost my mind. And a new home for just me and my 2 kids I had to find. But we parted as friends, and people asked me, oh, how could you ever forgive him? You know, and I tell them, because there was an evil spirit dwelling within him, you know, and he deserves the right to begin again as a friend. And that was 18 years ago. And I am happy to say that God did heal him. And though I will never go back there again, he will forever be my dear friend, because I'm so very proud of him. Okay? Power thought. Seek therapy if you want access to me. Okay? So, I'm going to close with a picture, and I want you guys to see it. It's very scary. It's about an evil spirit in the body. And I'm going to read it to you really quickly. When a man or woman makes love to you, is he or she blessing you, or is he or she cursing you? Are they better? Happy? Do they love themselves? Does he or she love you? Sex is a ritual of exchanging energies, thoughts, emotions, and spirits. During sex, you become a spiritual sponge for the consciousness and energy of the other person. Ask yourself, are they recharging, healing, and refueling your spirit, or are they draining your energy and life force? Be mindful of the true powers sex possesses. Demons do exist, and they will suck your soul out of you, literally. Again, look at this picture. I'm going to hold it there just in case you want to take a screenshot of it so you can see. Let me zoom out. Okay? I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful day. Mwah.